I am absolutely being 100% serious when I say that this toy is my favorite Transformers 1 toy so far, and it's gonna be really hard to beat. I got this toy because I wanted another open-faced Orion PAX toy, so without further ado, let's take a quick look at the packaging. This is, of course, a cog changer packaging, and yeah, we've got a beautiful render of Orion PAX here. Turning him to the side, nothing really special. He comes in this little crater here. In the back, you get to see pictures of Orion PAX, how he transforms and everything. So that's it for the packaging. Let's put this off to one side and bring in the star of the show. Now, in alt mode form, he is just like the standard Orion PAX mode. Comparing him to the prime changes, there's definitely some compromises in order to fit a one-step transformation in this toy. As you can see, the roof of the cab is obviously flatter. This is how it should be with a curve, but other than that, it's pretty much spot on. Like the smokestacks are there, the small smokestacks. There are some visible hands on the side as well, but because they're all the same color as the forearm, it's not as noticeable as the Studio Series or the Prime changes, to be honest with you. I really love this silver, and I wish that other Optimus Prime Orion PAX toys from Transformers 1 would utilize this shade of silver as well, because having seen the movie, they're all really shiny, and this shade of silver perfectly reflects that. I think this is the second lowest price range Transformers 1 toy so far. I think this guy would be sort of the lowest price range. This is so good, and I cannot wait for D16 to come out. Let's take a look at the bottom as well. There's just these nice little details that they didn't have to include. Obviously his legs are hollow. There's some wheels on the back, so 1, 2, 3. And he rolls super good as well. So in order to transform him into his robot mode form, just turn him around, grab this piece, shift it upwards, and while you're there, push it down, and this crotch piece locks everything into place as well. And there we have Orion PAX in his robot mode. And that is super simple, and that is the most intuitive transformation I've seen for a one-step by far. So speaking of that, let's take a close-up of the head. Look how gorgeous he is. This head perfectly recreates sort of his character in the film. Everything's advertised this to be a comedy film, and everything's so funny in the trailer. Like all the comedic bits they've put in the trailer to, I think, advertise to little kids as well. But it is a heavy movie. This solemn face of Orion PAX definitely fits the character and the events he's going through in the movie. I adore the metallic silver they used on the head, and it's so good that I tried to see if I was able to take this off, because looking at it, it's the same size head as the Prime Changes, and I would love to have this head on the Prime Changes version. So what I did was I just turned him around, unscrewed this, because it looks like they're separate pieces, but as it stands, this head is the same piece of plastic as the front chest, so you're not able to detach the head and slap it on the Prime Changer. What started off as custom fodder became my favorite Transformers 1 toy. This is the most satisfying toy I've had the pleasure to play with. Let's just continue taking a look at the details. So the beautiful shade of silver carries on onto the robot mode in his ab piece, and again, it's featured on the forearms like there. The head is very, very nicely painted. The eyes are wonderfully picked out. It is lacking paint in some area. For example, the shins and the smokestacks, but where the paint is allocated at the moment, it's perfect. Turning him around, it was just the back of the truck, and looking at the hinges right there, that means there's no articulation in robot mode. Size comparison wise, he is shorter than the Energon Optimus Prime / Orion PAX, and he is definitely shorter than the Studio Series version, which leads me to thinking if this was Orion PAX, this would be a scale accurate version of how small he was, as seen in the trailer and on the back of the Yolo Park packaging as well. Moving everything off to a side, let's focus back to Orion PAX. While there being no articulation, his fists still have 3mm ports. So what we can do, I know there's Core Class Optimus Prime that came with a box set with Bumblebee that has an orange axe, so maybe that toy with the 3mm peg of axe can fit onto this Orion PAX's hand. The most sort of fitting weapons I have are from Bumblebee movie Ravage, so let's just take the guns off his side and they can very nicely peg into Orion Pax's fists like that. I've definitely tried this, and they stay on in transformation as well if you peg Ravage's guns onto his hands. It looks like a small tracker blaster. One of the fun things in this mode you can do is because the wheels are on the bottom of the blue piece, he still rolls perfectly fine. Standing him back up, let's finally talk about the transformation. Transformation is brilliant on these cog changes. Please do more, Hasbro, please. I know there's a D16, I really look forward to that, but I'd love Elite 1 as well. See the slider here, just slide it up, and it clips into place like so. Now what we do now is just to press it like a button, and he very, very smoothly transforms back into his car mode. So let's do it again. Throughout this review, if you hear nails against the floor or any biting or any of any kind, it is my wonderful, beautiful son. It's him causing the noise. I love him to bits. Like, transforming Orion Pax back into his robot mode is super, super simple. Grab this again, lift it up, press it down, and everything super, super satisfyingly clicks into place. Slide this gold piece upwards, this tabs into place. Like, you can grab him by the blue piece because that's not going to be involved in its transformation. It's just everything that's red and silver here. Press the cog button, transforms smoothly back into his alt mode. And if that is not impressive, I don't know what is. Incredibly intuitive, incredibly fun, rolls perfectly as well. Honestly, I have never been so smitten by a toy right out of the package than I have with this one. I'm definitely going to buy another one, keep it in packaging. Whether I have kids or not, I'm going to leave it for them to open and play with and experience this toy by themselves, because I reckon my bunny could even do this transformation, to be honest with you. But yeah, I highly recommend everyone get this toy. Cog changes or one-step changes are cheap when they come out, but when they sort of stop being out on the shelves, they're relatively expensive on the second-hand market. So if you want one, grab them quick. Again, this is something not to miss. D16 comes out in the UK in 2 weeks, I think, and I'm definitely going to be like one of the first ones to get him. Once he's listed on the Smith's website or on Amazon, he's right in my basket. Brilliant fun, can't stop doing it. Cannot stop transforming this guy. If I still had a desk, definitely he's going to stay as my permanent desk spot. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching, stay safe and goodbye.